Hi, it's Lauren, and welcome to Leafwood Learning Art Lessons. I'm here with my assistant Addie today. And we're gonna walk through this follow-up lesson to like ancient Egypt by drawing this sarcophagus. What do you think?
Yay, I'm excited. I love ancient Egypt.
I know Egypt is cool. I love learning things about it, and I love teaching about Egypt. So we're gonna follow along, and we're gonna draw a sarcophagus, and of course, as always, add your own artistic flair to it. Don't feel like you have to do it the way that I do it. So we've got white paper. I put another piece of paper underneath just so the Sharpie doesn't bleed through, and Sharpie, and then some markers. Any colors you want, go for it. And then I have some crayons. I happen to have gold crayon and yellow crayon just to go over it so it looks like it's kind of shimmery. Okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna start up here at the face, and it's just a U. So right in the middle, maybe in the upper quarter of your page, you're going to make a U shape for where you're going to draw your face, right in the middle of the page. Perfect. And then you're going to connect the two sides with a straight line, like so. Great. Then coming straight down from the bottom of this U, we're going to draw this like column that's going to go almost to the bottom, and that's where we're going to glue or draw our hieroglyphics. Okay, so I'm going to draw a straight line here that's going to come all the way almost to the bottom, but not quite. And then a line maybe about an inch away, following it parallel. Perfect. And we want our sarcophagus to be standing like on a pedestal, like on a stand. So you're just going to make like half of a rectangle right here. So you're just going to draw a straight line across and the two lines that go all the way down to the bottom of your page. And that's kind of like where the sarcophagus is resting.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to do this like very fancy headdress, I guess, that they kind of wore. So we're going to go from either side of the top of the U, and we're going to draw kind of like a rainbow that's going to come up and out. And then the same thing on the other side, up and out.
Whoops, I went in the middle.
That's okay. Yeah, what you do, if you do it on one side, just do it on the other. It's going to be great. Now I'm going to continue that line kind of down and out almost to the tip of the page. So it looks like a
snake.
Yeah, like a snake. I was going to say a ski lift, but yeah, or a ski slope. And then the same thing on the side. Sorry, you already know what to do. And yeah, if you make a mistake, just go with it.
Like me.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Now we're going to take that and we're going to make the bottom of this headdress that kind of like reaches the middle of that column that you originally drew. So you're just going to kind of follow it back and down and then do the same thing on the other side. So I give myself a little like that. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. One's a little lopsided. I'm fine with it. Now we're going to draw this little peaky line right here that kind of starts from the top of that ski lift or snake thing. And it's just going to go up to the top of the page like you can't see the rest of it. And up to the top of the page, like you can't see the rest of it. Yeah, that kind of works. You got a very fluffy headdress.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's great. Now we're just going to do kind of like the body part of the sarcophagus. So it's going to start just a step in from each of those that you just did. There. Yeah. And you're just going to kind of sweep it in opposite snake down to the pedestal. So you can watch me do one if you're confused. And the same thing on this side. Perfect. Yeah. I would almost make your pedestal bigger. So what I would do is you can make this part of the design. I would just extend this farther. That's what I would do.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah. You can turn it into jewels. You can see I drew down at the bottom of mine. Yeah. Okay, and now we're going to do the face. Again, you can make your Egyptian sarcophagus face any way you want. This is just happened to be how I chose to do it. So I went and I did the eyes first, and I made 2 almonds on their side for the eyes, almond shapes. And because it's like ancient Egypt, I always think of like Cleopatra and her like very like cat eyes. So I just made it like really dark at the top. So it almost looks like extra. And then if you want to do eyebrows, this is how I do it. I make a tiny little square on the inside above, and then I just make a sweeping line that follows the shape of the eye. And I do it like that here, a little square, and then a sweeping line that kind of follows the shape of the eye.
Boop. It's gonna make 2 squares like that.
Ooh, that looks cool. Now you can leave your eyes blank, or you could put eyeballs in it. I put eyeballs in this one. You don't have to. You can do it how you want. Like if you want to put eyelashes, you know, you could do that too. Whatever you think would work. Now I like to do a very simple nose, but you can do the nose that you want. This is how I do my simple nose. I do 2 straight lines going down parallel between the eyes, and then I just do 2 curving lines like that, and then I'm done.
Easy.
Yeah. Now for the mouth, I actually don't like what I did here because from afar, it kind of looks like a mustache.
A little bit.
So I'm going to do it a little bit different. This time I'm not going to color the whole thing in with black. So I'm going to draw a straight horizontal line for where the lips meet. I kind of go from the length of eyeball to eyeball. And then I'm going to draw a U in the middle above.
I don't have much room.
You don't have much room. That's okay. And then I connect that to the side of each line. And then I do a sweeping U on the bottom. And that's my simple lips.
Let's make mine very small.
Yeah. Yeah. When in doubt, just do it like that. It looks great. Ears, up to you. Ears start kind of where the eyes are, and they go down to the nose. And then nose on the side. I'm kind of liking mine. I love how I've done this art lesson so many times, like with different kids throughout the years. And every time I do it, it comes out different. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I imagine that this sarcophagus has horizontal stripes on the headdress. Oftentimes, that's the way it's depicted. Again, artist choice. But I start in the middle of the top here, and I draw 2 lines going up and kind of slightly out at the top. This is like the stereotypical like King Tut headdress. And then I'm just going to make one more line that kind of follows that shape, and then one more line that follows that shape on the other side. Good. Yeah, you probably want to make it go all the way.
Okay.
But it's up to you. Now, I like this section here to be horizontal lines going down, like so. And you can make them as fat or as skinny as you want. You also don't have to make them like line up like I did. I just tend to do that. Cool, right? It's already looking like so Egyptian. Now for the bottom half, it's kind of dealer's choice, artist's choice here again. You don't have to draw this little goatee that you would see on like King Tut. But I can't help it. It's just I see it so much when I'm teaching that I tend to just put it on there, right? This time I'm going to make it have a crisscross pattern to it.
I'm gonna leave mine.
You're gonna leave yours. Totally cool. Now for down here, you get to do the pattern that you want. This is just, you maybe want to break it up just a little bit. And I like to keep it symmetrical by what I do on one side, I do on the other. But that's up to you. I'm gonna make it simple. Should I make it Go a line here and a line here. And I might do, I don't know, looping lines here. Almost like they're feathers. I don't know. Sometimes it's just kind of like what comes to me in my imagination.
Yeah.
Again, but I've also done this many times. I don't know, you could do circles. I also think like they'd be encrusted with jewels, you know? So that's what I kind of did down at the bottom of this one. I made this very simple, and I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. But I'm going to put some diamonds down here. Some diamond shapes I can color in for the jewels. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so the next step, real easy, is you're going to color it in, okay? Any colors you want. It's totally up to you. I just happened to choose red, blue, yellow, and green, kind of the primary colors, and then I added green in because I love a good green. And wherever you want to color it, and then leave some of it uncolored because at the end you go over it with a crayon, gold or yellow, and it gives it that gold sarcophagus look. Okay?
Pretty.
All right, so let's get to coloring. Okay. Wow, are you done?
I am done.
You did such a good job.
Thank you.
I like it. It's so different than mine, like in terms of the color scheme, and yet they both work so good.
Yeah, they look so pretty.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing, once you're sure you've gotten all the color with marker on that you want, is you're going to take a crayon. I like to call it a naked crayon with like lots of space. And this one just happens to be gold. And you're just going to quickly give it a coloring over it like that, right? And you can take your time a little bit more and give it darker if you want, but I think just like a very light gold works great. Okay. Okay, so once you've gotten like a good kind of gold yellowish hue to it, the last step is you're gonna print off, or you could draw them too. If you don't want to print them or you don't have a printer, you could draw the hieroglyphic symbols for your name, and it's gonna go right down the center. And there's a link to this down below if you want to print it off or just to use it to look at for the what to draw. And you're going to write your name or glue your name in hieroglyphics down the bottom of your sarcophagus, right? So you just need a glue stick or just normal Elmer's glue works. I like to just do a little strip like that.
So cute.
And then we already pre-cut ours. And you glue your name right down. L-A U her E N. Done. I like to keep mine white, but you of course can always go over it with gold if you want.
Perfect.
And that's it. That's the whole thing. You just need your signature somewhere at the bottom, right? Or on the back if you want. I like to put it on the front. And that's it. That's the whole lesson. What do you think?
It was fun.
Yeah, easy, right?
So easy.
And totally a great follow-up for learning about ancient Egypt.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. And as always, keep arting, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.